scoring the winner in a local derby. It's a big moment, and it was it was a winning goal, so it was a vital goal really.
Yeah, I was delighted. Tough game, like it always is down there. Like I said, I was delighted to get the winner. I don't score often, so I suppose when I did, it was a relief more than anything. I suppose letting them back into the game, and then look, we came back and I got the winner, like I said, so it was good to get 3 points.
Nice goal as well, a proper touring header, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't score many with my feet, like, so score with my head is good, like, so yeah, delighted.
And obviously delighted with the way the season is going as well. I mean, it's been fantastic so far. I mean, you've only dropped the odd few points, 1 defeat against Galway, and other than that, it's been strong wins and good football as well.
It's been very good, yeah. Going well. I was out injured for a while, and the lads were doing brilliant. Like so, like I said, we've a good squad to pick from. So whoever comes in does the job. But like I said, look, there's a long way to go yet. Like so, we just gotta keep this going, like, and keep at it, and hopefully we'll be at the right end of the table come the end of the season. And
I mean, even looking at the league table, I suppose, for your perspective, it probably motivates Cian more when you look at it. You see Cork City sitting pretty at the top. It's probably all the more desire to we need to stay there, lads. We want to get back up to the Premier Division.
Definitely, like, look, being at the top is good. Like, we're just worried about ourselves. We just take. I know it's cliche, like, but we take every game when it comes. Like, and look, like, we're top of the league at the moment, but look, we didn't play our best on Friday, so look, we need to bounce back and play well and win again on Friday.
And it'll be a tough game now against Longford. They held 0-0 all up in Longford earlier on in the season. They're a decent side. They're kind of lingering there in or around third or fourth the whole time. They have games in hand, and it's going to be a difficult game, isn't it?
Yeah, difficult game. I think every game in the league is difficult, but they're a good football inside. Like I said, when we played there, 2-0 all, that was another game we probably didn't perform our best in, but look, we got over it with a good point at the time. So playing at home now, we've been strong at home, like, so we hopefully get the win on Friday.
When you're looking at the teams around there, I suppose you're looking at Galway, obviously, you're neck and neck with Galway pretty much the whole time. Waterford are still around there, just a little bit behind. Longford are just a little bit behind with a couple of games in hand, as we said as well. So it's very, very competitive there between a few of them, isn't it?
Very, yeah. Look, they're all good teams. Like we've played them all now. Look, they've all been tough games. So look, like I said, say it again, we just worry about ourselves and worry about what we can do and what can affect us. Like, so look, we're playing well at the moment, like, and we need to go again next week.
Obviously the squad is a bit different from last season. There's some of the same players, but there's some new guys in there as well. It just seems a lot stronger overall, doesn't it? And I mean, it seems even guys who were there last year have kind of pushed on and developed. Maybe that kind of, I know it was a poor season last season, but it was a bit of a learning curve for some guys as well.
Yeah, definitely. Look, like, it was a young squad last year. It's still a very young squad this year, but like the managers added, Ali and Kev and Keats has been, like, I won't forget anyone, like, but everyone he's added has improved the squad. Like, so look, last year fellas will learn from that. Like I said, it wasn't a good season, and look, we knew this season we have to be right at it, and we want to get the club back to where it should be. Like, so the lads that have come in have been brilliant, helped everyone. So I think everyone's learned from last year and everyone's doing well this year now, so it's kind of showing on the pitch.
Next one, Cian.
How good was it to be back here and starting the game again after being out for a while? Like, how good was it?
Yeah, it was very good for me. It was frustrating to know being out injured. I'm not really normally out injured, like, but it was a quad injury that, like, I haven't had before, like, so I was kind of, it was just frustrating. But the lads were winning, so it was good to see. Like, it'd have been worse if we weren't doing well and I was out, like, so. Like I said, the lads that came in were brilliant, so I'm just happy to be back now. Obviously delighted with Friday night getting the win, like, so just on to the next one now.
Serious competition now, like in the back four, like you've both 4 or 5 centre halves, like that can be a good thing. Like people have to raise their game, like,
definitely,
keep the shirt.
Yeah, it's about competition, you know. Like last year, I'd say we had a lot of injuries, like, so it's kind of same 11 kind of thing. Like, it's good to have a same 11, but I think this year, like you said, with the competition that's there, you know, like, for me, like, you have to train your best to play, like, so everyone will have to raise their game to play every week, like, and hopefully the manager picks it in.
Yeah, you finished strong last season, Cian. Like, you seem to take that on, hit the ground running at the start. How important was that when you look back at last season when you made a bad start and you're only 4 points off in the end? So it's hugely important to start well, like, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a big thing for us this year. I think, you know, starting, I've said that a few times, a few interviews I've done, like, that last year we didn't start well, and like you said, it affected us come the end, like, so, like, this year we've had a good start, so, but the thing is now it's only a start, so we have to keep the momentum going, and it's all about playing well through this. If you want to win a league, you have to perform every week, like, and be consistent, and look, we've been that so far, but we just have to continue to do it.
Yeah, you've played everyone now. Like, where do Longford stand in the scheme of things and all the teams you play?
Yeah, they're a good side. Like, when we played them up there, we didn't play well, but they're a good football inside. Like, they like to play attractive football and that. Like, but look, we want to make it tough for every single team that comes down to turn us across. Like, and obviously the crowd, and it's a massive help for us. Like, so it'll be a tough game, like every game is. But you know, we fancy ourselves against anyone.
They're like yourselves, like in a way that they're not conceding much, or not. They have a few 0-0s, 1-0s. Like, they're not scoring a lot, but they're not conceding either, you know?
Yeah, look, obviously having a good defence and not conceding. Look, if you don't concede, you don't lose the game, like, so. But yeah, look, they're a good side. They've good attacking options as well, so it's not just at the back, like, so it'll be a tough game for you.
Yeah, momentum is everything in the game, obviously. Cian, like 9 games now on the bounce without losing. Like, obviously be very anxious to make sure like that you continue that.
Yeah, we just have to keep doing what we're doing. I suppose if we're not playing well and winning games, it's a good thing, but look, we'd rather play well and win games, like I said, keep the run going is the main thing, and look, we'll just take it each game at a time, and Friday's another big one, and then we'll move on after that.
And obviously you're like thrilled as well, captain, like, and you know, playing in front of big crowds, that's the way it should be. Like, should have 4,000 Monday, probably more Friday night. You know, the big crowds, first division games is great, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's a massive club, like everyone knows that, like, so whether we're in the first division or the Premier Division where we want to be, the crowds will always turn out, like, so we showed that the Galway game, I think, was a sellout, like, for a first division game, which is brilliant, like, and I think we're up there with the top attendances in the league, like, so look, the fan base is unbelievable, but so once we're performing on the pitch, they'll come through the gates, like, so.
Do you think the standard is higher in the first division this year, Cian, like than last year?
I think it's a bit more competitive. I think last year kind of Shells went away with it a bit, like, so I think there's a few teams in around there, like, but look, I keep saying it, like, we just worry about ourselves, like, and I think we fancy ourselves against anyone on our day, like, so we just got to keep performing on the Friday.
Yeah, just the last one, like I said to Colin, will it go on? He said, saying what you're saying, like, about you only concentrating yourselves, but like Longford should be one of the main competitors, and you can open up 11 points gap on them, like, and when you look at any league, like the teams that are going to be the competitors, you're really anxious to get. That's a big gap, like in 11 points, even though it's early, like.
It is, I suppose, but look, I know I've said it a few times, like, but we do just worry about ourselves, like, I think he drills into us, you know, it's just one game at a time, like, and if you take one game at a time, you'll take care of that and move on to the next, like, so look, it'll be a tough game. They're a good side, like a lot of the teams we've played in the league have been tough games against us, like, and obviously teams coming out to Turner's Cross, you know, they want to play in front of big crowds too and upset us, like, but look, that's what we're there to do, and look, hopefully we get to win.
If we set pieces off right now,
get the header again, yeah.
Look, yeah.